Please shoot me. Turn around, sir. Please shave me. I'm not a criminal. This is Carrie Birmingham, the cruel husband who killed his wife in cold blood. But this wasn't an angry outburst. It was planned, very personal, and based on a long history of in theome. Before we jump into the full story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more true crime content, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new case. So drop a comment below and tell me which country you're watching. From It's always incredible to see how far these stories travel. Now, let's get into it. You really want this on video? I pull it. I'm bad enough. Your neighbors are going to see you pointing a gun at me. I'm ready to go. Dr. Zoom, no. Nodal right. Goodbye, Pastor. You going to meet Jesus? Harris County cops get a call on December 6, 2021 from a worried neighbor who has just seen something terrible. Harris County 911. What is the location of the emergency? I'm in Glen Lock, and we heard a loud like 3 pops, bang, bang, bang. So Wu went outside, and I looked, and I see some bodies laying on their back, and it looks like they've got blood on her chest and blood coming out of her mouth. Police in emergency. Medical service ran to the 19,800 block of Rose Dawn Lane, Texas. As soon as they got Theckled, they didn't know what they would find there. But what they found wasn't just a crime scene. It was the start of something much worse. As the police get closer to the crime scene, they see horrific scenes that have happened. Nth driveway. A woman with a gunshot wound to the head is lying in front optum. The guy standing next to her is dressed in an odd way. Just a bathrobe. The police feel like something is wrong and they act quickly to fix it. What else could I do? Keep him in there. What's going on? Where's the weapon at? Where's the weapon? I don't know. Put your hands behind your back for me. Put your hand behind your back for me. I'm done. Act like I'm not resisting arrest. I know. Anybody else? Inside the residence? No. As the police cleared the scene, they arrest Carrie Birmingham, who is 60 years old. Pat Birmingham, his 48-year-old wife, is lying next to Hyman and was pronounced dead at the scene. Carrie looks like she is very drunk and can hardly speak clearly. God damn it. Carrie was barely able to keep it together. But while he was being jailed, he said something horrible. Where's the shotgun? I don't know. It's your weapon. Yeah, okay. Turn around. Turn around. Please shoot me. Turn around, sir. Please shoot me. I'm not going in. You better be me. And I said, okay, what you going? Everything looks blurry at first. The police don't know why Carrie would kill his wife. Is it just the drink or is there something else going on? 3 shotgun cartridges are found at the crime scene. 2 of them are found around the tires of a white Tesla thought was parked in the garage, which suggests that the gun was used to shoot those tires. Patricia was killed right there when the 3rd bullet hit her in thirite. At the same time, Carrie starts to act inappropriately while she's in police custody. So, gentlemen, this would go a lot smoother if we were sitting in my living room. I'm not out front of all my neighbors. I'll be honest with you. I'll be more talkative if I could be at my table, and I'll need a tall glass of vodka with just a shut-off cranberry juice. Come back over here for suspicious, merciless. I'm not a criminal. The most shocking thing is that Kara seems incredibly cool, like nothing happened. Even though his dead wife's body is lying next to him, and even though he was drunk, he knew exactly why Patricia was killed in such a cruel way. Police start to piece together what happened that morning while he is Takento, the Harris County
outside office.
Target clean. At this point, they get a search warrant for the property, which lets them look into the scene more. Entered the residence through the side door of the house, and we observed Abenelia, shotgun leaning up against the corner of the kitchen area, right by thought door based in proximity to where it was to Patricia Birmingham's body. It could have been used in this case. There appeared to be more firearms inside of the house. Later, forensic testing confirmed that the shotgun found near the door was Thesum one that had shells outside. But a most damning piece of evidence was found in the garage on top of some water bottles. We had located what appeared to be Patricia Birmingham's cellular device. What that phone is about to show will set off a chain of surprises that no one saw coming. The police quickly see that phone is stained with blood, which means it has more to say. Soon, Forensic tests show that the blood belongs to Patricia. This makes it terrifying likely that she may have had a phone with her while she was dying. That possibility changes everything because Yeet could hold important clues about her list moments, making it clear what really happened. Quickly after that, they get a request to look at her cell phone as well. What they found in it made them even more suspicious of her husband. They listened to a secret recording of the couple's conversation, the phone, and get a better but more disturbing picture of their relationship. You've been doing that for a long time? No, I haven't. I just felt like it wastes time for me to do it right now, 'cause you're threatening me and Olivia. Don't touch me. Do not touch me, Carrie Birmingham. I swear by not touch me. Don't touch me, you're pulling off on me. What she's doing here, where she presses cord on her phone to pick up the Ottawa. She's trying to document the situation. However, fights in the home where nothing new, and the question, he would kill his wife, still stayed in Insward. The recording began at 9:58 a.m., and Patricia's voice was shaking with fear. Still, she was able to record it in secret. It's clear that she was scared. You don't have the right to touch me, yeah. Go get your gun. Go get your gut, Karen. But as they paid close attention to their courting, they had a sudden insight. Mrs. Birmingham says in this recording, go get your gun. Which led me to believe that this might not be the first time that Mr. Birmingham has either threatened her with the firearm or pointed a firearm at her. The picture became even scarier as detectives talked to people who knew Patricia best. Carrie hadn't been in the right frame of mind lately. They said it became more likely that he could dose him often as horrible as killing her because his behavior was getting worse and worse. The last lunch that we had, we talked about business, talked about personal stuff. She opened up about her situation, and she even admitted to me that Carrie had pulled Egan several times before in the past. She left me in shock because, like how? A successful woman is dealing with something like that. I got you're fine. I don't give a ha. I really don't. To hot. You've got to do? I don't care. All I have to do is not kill. Patricia had been mentally by Carrie before, but this time was different. It was no longer just an act to scare her. He had already started something bad, and it began in with his spooky movement. When the police find more images from the security camera that show how scared Carrie is, they talk at length about it. Just because someone tells us they did something doesn't always mean they in fact did it. There still has to be an investigation that takes place. Physical evidence has to be recovered. Eyewitness testimony, video surveillance footage, which would either cooperate or not corroborate what Mr. Birmingham had told us. I started talking to neighbors who made video surveillance footage. While it may not be the entire case, it may help piece together what led up to ascertain situation, what happened during time of the crime, and then sometimes what happened after as well. This is Patricia Birmingham walking down the sidewalk, holding her purse and what appears to be her cell phone, pointing it in the opposite direction of something coming down the street. Her demeanor here, at least, appears to be calm. She's just walking, pointing the camera. It was clear that Patricia was trying to torque her something on her cell phone. It didn't just sound like before. It might have been something much scarier. Detectives only have this one clip from security camera, which doesn't help them figure out the whole story of Patricia's death. But for now, let's listen to the call recording they just found again, because it has the answer the police have been looking for. They're all reason Carrie killed his wife, Patricia. You're an alcoholic. You know what? You know what? You called me? Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, 'cause you weren't an alcoholic before I met you. Underscore, I should just kill you right now. Kill, maybe you should do it. I'll be sitting right here. Patricia didn't seem to care about any of these threats because she thought Carrie couldn't really do something like that. She was wrong, though. Carrie didn't even think twice about sending his wife's death threats. He knew that everything was being recorded, but maybe was too smart to think of a way to phrase his words that would protect him later. He had made sure that it would look like she was to blame. Even if heckled her, she was gay. Your grandmother was fat, and that's what you're going to love. 'Cause you don't do a goddamn thing to take care of. Oh my god. We're not going on the fat train now, are we? Yeah, are we hopping on the fat train now? What the hell is wrong with you? How did you gain so much weight? You didn't look healthy? You don't even charge me on all this weight. It wasn't just body shame that Carrie added. He also said Patricia was having an affair and was ready to put the whole blame on her. You have love affair with that. Mexicano with E wasn't having a love affair. Yeah, you were. That's why you're on legal. No, that's all makes sense now. That's not why. Amon, I've never even seen that guy. Patricia probably thought the charges would end there since she had already made it clear she wasn't seeing anyone. She hoped Carrie would believe her aunt could finally stop seeing him. Way. She tried to leave for a while. She was so most ready to run away. But Carrie was about to show her how wrong she was. When the police found several video recordings, they showed that Carrie was ready to cross another line, this time with a planned move. Meant to make her look bad in public, make sure to pay close attention to the next pictures, especially to how he's dressed, which clearly shows he's crazy. Hey, where'd you get that bag that I gave you? Where'd you get it?
But it didn't.
Mind making himself look bad because he was set on pursuing Patricia all the way to the end? Ifanone was still not sure how bad heckled be. The next visuals were about Tasho, those scary times. It appears that she's trying to remove herself from the situation inside of Thehome, and he's continuing to follow Heru, walking down the street, away from their house. She clearly feels threatened enough that she needs to put distance between herself and the defendant, because this man had a very ability to choke her and kill, or if he get close enough to grab her. You're embarrassing yourself. We see her filming Carrie going up and down the street, which corresponds with surveillance footage we recovered and kind of adds a little bit more context as to what was going on, because not only do we have the footage, but also audio as to what's being said. You can hear Patricia almost laughing at the absurdity of the situation that her drink husband is chasing her in broad light in their neighborhood in front of their neighbors, half naked as a bathrobe comes open and she knows to put distance between herself and the defendant. You done playing the stupid games? Yeah, right now, what? At last, it looked like Carrie had given up and was going back home. Patricia probably thought that was the case. Despite the quiet, he was planning something very bad. Even though he was drunk, Carrie was very aware of what was going on around him, especially the fact that Patricia was watching everything headed. He thought things through and chosen not to be mean in public. He was just quiet enough for Patricia to think that everything was over, and she eventually life filed him back to the house. At that time, Patricia didn't know that this path would be her last, because the next thing that would happen was the worst thing in her life, and she would not be able to stop it, no matter how hard she'd read. Everything that happened was going to be shown on video, which wastes the scariest part, finally stating that Carrie was a cruel killer. You really want this on video? I'm bad enough that you could. Your neighbors are going to see you pointing a gun at me. I'm ready to go back home. No, it'll right. Goodbye, Ree. You going to meet Jesus? It was one of the saddest things that was found so far. Patricia had no choice but to record her last moments, because Carrie had made it impossible for her to get away. Sadly, Patricia died soon after. What happened? He shoots her once in the head. These skin 2 shots that are heard on that video, he actually turns the gun and immediately, in seconds, takes out the front tire and the back tire of her vehicle. So, she shot one time in Thea head, meaning that she had to have a closed casket funeral. Her eye was gone, her face was blown off, and the defendant in the same second Thea he blew off his wife's head, even incredibly intoxicated, made perfect aim and took out the front and back tire of her vehicle. What was even scarier was that Patricia had been hurt. She hit her head hard, which shows she tried very hard to fight back. It was clear that this wasn't just fighting. The person was being killed without mercy. Well, the next thing Carrie did was even worse. He wasn't scared or upset. He seemed calm, as if he had finally done what he had always wanted. Get rid of her. He took a deep breath and slowly started to hide the proof, even though he had already done something wrong. All the important video evidence that has been found so far has proven that Carrie Birmingham killed Patricia Birmingham. Also, the video helped the police get a better look at Carrie's behavior. In some ways, you could think that Carrie did something so bad because he was very drunk. But that's not fully true. While the detectives were looking into course actions, they found something much scarier. He wasn't just drunk, he was completely in charge. Mr. Birmingham's now he's looked in on a direction because she's mentioned. Then a Boris could witness this act. He looks that way, showing that he's fully aware of the situation and what's going on outside. And then furthermore, he checks his firearm to see whether enough action is on safety or not, to manipulate the firearm to make sure it's in a position to where it can be fired. Carrie was charged with Patricia's murder because all of the things he did show that he meant to kill his wife, although he was brought in to be questioned. He decided to stay silent and wouldn't say what he did. However, the police did not find any proof that Patricia's affair was connected. Only Carrie had said that she was guilty. Patricia's death was a terrible shock to our family. It looked like Carrie and Patricia's life was always perfect. It was Carrie's second marriage. But after their daughter Olivia was born, things seemed safe. He seemed to be a good man. He was a young gentleman, professional looper. He spoke highly of himself. You know, he was his best friend. He made sure that I was aware of these fine things that he had in his career in insurance. And I was happy for Miss Sister, but at the same time, that doesn't impress me. But I never had Arius to doubt her choice. He wasn't planning on having any more children. However, my sister was determined to have children of her own. Olivia weighs everything that she wanted. The day she was born, it was the happiest I've ever seen her. Whether it was a gathering with friends, whether it was dinner, whether it was them coming to Orlando or visiting, drinking was always involved. The family knew they were having money troubles, and that Carrie was becoming more and more dependent on alcohol. They also saw that emotions were rising. But no one thought she would go this far. Patricia's sister talked about how sad she was. I didn't believe he was capable of killing her. He was controlling. He was conniving. He was narcissistic. He was a functional alcoholic. Never thought he could lose a thought type of control and do that type of opulence. Looking at Thea's shotgun to make sure that the safety was off, positioning it, pointing it at her, and then ultimately, wishing her goodbyes and telling her to go meet Jesus. That washling, it was never anything I could have ever imagined. Also, the officer said this case was different from all others because the cameras gave them all the information they needed. It's incredible that this footage exists, and that was what was so unique about this case. You got to see behind closed doors. You got to hear the audio. You got to hear him planning over 30-minute test. Who's going to kill his wife? Patricia was very smart. She was recorded the last 30 minutes of her life where that we can objectively look at everything that happened, leading up to the moment where Carrie Birmingham adored her, the murder case of Patricia. Birmingham went to court in March 2024. Their daughter Olivia also said she had been emotionally and financially for years. Carr's lawyers said it was a crime, a fashion caused by sudden mental distress. A jury of only women agreed with this point, which is a shame. Aftermath thought, Carrie was given a sentence of 10 years in jail, $5,000 fine, and the chance to get out on parole after 5 years. They agreed that it was sudden passion and that they're going to sentence him barely over the minimum? Is that what Texas is about? Letting people walk for unrepentant murder? It's crushing. It's defeating. It's something that makes you question you do this job. Thank you for watching this year-breaking story. What began as a normal vlog turned into chilling evidence of a crime. In progress, leaving viewers and investigators shocked. It's a tragic reminder of how quickly life can change and how danger can hide behind a smile. If you want to hear more true crime cases, please like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.